The Bears have written an open letter and presented an open letter that says they will seek no public funding for direct stadium structure construction. Given the broad long-term public benefits of the project, we look forward to partnering with the various governmental bodies to secure additional funding and assistance. And you'll say, well, what's that for? Well, I'll get to that. Said if the team does proceed with the purchase of the Arlington Park property and the Bears organization then chooses to proceed with the development of the property, the project will be one of the largest development projects in the history of the state of Illinois. We envision a multi-purpose entertainment district anchored by a new best-in-class enclosed stadium, providing Chicagoland with a new home worthy of hosting global events such as the Super Bowl, college football playoffs, and the Final Four. And the pictures here are fascinating. There's just a placeholder stadium picture. They just gave you kind of a big gray blob to give you the stadium idea. Other than telling
here's our enclosed stadium.
But in between Route 53, your western border is Route 53. The southern border is Euclid Avenue. It's Wilkie Road to the east and Northwest Highway to the north. That save for a chunk of area down on Rawling Road and Euclid there is a stadium district in the northwest area where the stadium and parking lots are. And there are ponds and bridges linking that area to the mixed use district, a.k.a. Bearsland. There are parks, there is commercial, there's residential. I presume there would be hotels involved, but it looks like a big green mall area. It looks like a campus, essentially. And this is obviously their first pass at this and their first idea, and who knows, because there's a lot of horse trading that gets done, a lot of beaks have to get wet, a lot of people have to be taken care of. But this is exactly the kind of thing that I had in mind when I suggested that they go big.
Inside of their statement, they say, we envision a multi-purpose entertainment district anchored by a new best-in-class enclosed stadium by providing Chicagoland with a new home worthy of hosting global events such as Super Bowl, college football playoffs, and Final Four. Make no mistake, this is much more than a stadium project. Any development of Arlington Park will propose to include a multi-purpose entertainment, commercial, retail, and housing district that will provide considerable economic benefits to Cook County.
Well, that's their angling for money.
County money, yeah. Right. The surrounding region and the state of Illinois. The long-term project vision for the entire property is an ongoing work in progress, but could include restaurants, office space, hotel, fitness center, new parks and open spaces, and other improvements for the community to enjoy. Above all, the Bears organization is committed to ensuring the project serves Cook County, the Chicagoland community, and people of Illinois 365 days a year. If the decision is made to develop Arlington Park, it would yield significant economic benefits commensurate with the scale of the project. Construction of the proposed project to create more than 48,000 jobs, result in $9.4 billion in economic impact for Chicagoland, and provide $3.9 billion in labor income to workers across the region. So clearly, especially with the multiple mentions of Cook County, because that's where they're going to have to get the money from.
You know, man, the proximity to O'Hare, if you already see what's sprung up there right at 53, like the Renaissance Hotel and the Schaumburg Convention Center, and the people who don't want to go all the way down in smaller conferences that don't want to go to McCormick Place, if you put in somewhere near here, some sort of conference area, depending on part of the hotel structure or what you could do to get people out to Bears Town for a conference, there are some opportunities here for major economic expansion.
It could be really big, and it looks like the pictures are up on the Bears website, chicagobears.com/Arlington-Park, and you can see some of the preliminary vision of what they want this to be. But this is exactly what they should want it to be.
Go big.
Like we talked with Lee Bay about this 2 weeks ago. There's no room to do any of this on the lakefront. Between the small amount of size plus the landmark statuses that you would have to work around on the lakefront, there's no way for them to do this.
No, the key is if they're going to fulfill all of these lofty ambitions of economic impact, it's got to be a year-round thing.
100%.
They've got to figure out how to make it matter year-round.
But all of those things that we were talking about when 20 years ago, when Soldier Field got retrofitted, it's like you still have at the time the smallest stadium in the league that only gets 61,500 in there. It doesn't have a dome. So outside of early season college football, where we've seen Notre Dame come in there, we've seen Northwestern come in there and play games. Northern maybe has played one in there too. It doesn't give you what you need to go farther. And then when you add in the possibility for a brick and mortar gambling place to go in there too, it just makes all the sense. It's why I personally would prefer that the Bears stay at Soldier Field. It fits my needs better. But for them, I totally get why you would take this and turn it into your own thing where you're in charge. You get to determine, everyone will work around you instead of you having to work around the city. And that's what this is on the lakefront today. On the lakefront today is the Bears having to work around Rammstein and Elton John.
First it was working around Rom, and now it's working around Rammstein.
That's right. And Kanye's house being built on it. Like all of this stuff where they can just go, we'll determine who gets to do what, when, and where, and then we'll make money off of it.
And then you know what they have to do? Win a few football games.
Yes. But honestly, like that's the other part that you hope comes along with it. But from an economic standpoint, they don't have to win football games, Dan. If they buy and close on this land and they build this property, all it does is increase the valuation of the franchise. They'll make money by just being real estate developers.